Hello everyone, I'm gonna get those few links out here in just a second. I think I've got maybe like 3 posts I gotta make. Would you like what I'm gonna post here? Thumbnail while browsing list view. Yep, add to post. Okay. That's super weird. Discord's being really silly again, guys. When is it? When is it not? Like, let's be completely honest. When is Discord not being weird? That kept asking me if I wanted to like add the like picture to my post. It's being a little silly. Okay, I guess I can delete that. Yeah, I don't need that. I just need this. All right, Twitter's out. Both Discords are out, and then YouTuber should go out too, like right away. So awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, it is live. Sweet. Okay, I just had to double check because for me it didn't tell me it was. Hi guys, I'm streaming again. Hey Zola, how you doing? Just making sure everything went live like it should. You know, it's been what, 2 months since I streamed. I had to just like make sure that it went live. Make sure I still know how to do the thing. You know what I mean? Oh man, I'm so nervous when I stream. I don't know why. I just get really nervous. Alright, I don't need Discord right now. Oh, did I post it in Global Comics? Okay, yeah, I did. Okay, I'm really nervous when I start streaming for some reason. I guess I feel bad because like it's been forever since I like streamed consistently. What is English? Alright, I'm gonna close Discord just because it tends to like wear my computer down for some silly reason. Okay, let me get my reference up. Hopefully you can hear me, right? Oh, sound all good? Hopefully. I hope so. Alright, I really gotta like get this thing done. I'm actually gonna move this over to another screen. Let me make sure it still looks okay from the OBS standpoint. Oh, of course it looks weird now. Okay, well, now I have to rearrange my navigator. Sorry guys. Gonna rearrange my navigator. So my navigator's gonna be a grouch. That's okay. No. Okay, there it goes. Now it fits. Cool. English hard. I don't know what English is. Yeah, there might be a lag. My internet's like not the best right now for some reason. And like everything's been really kind of laggy today. We've got some bad storms rolling in, so I suspect it's just that. When I say bad storms, I mean like I got the notification on my phone and everything. Oh, you're gonna have really bad storms today. And it's like, good. But it's that meme where it's like, good. I really gotta, let's see, I'm at 11. Alright, I really gotta like get this done. I've been kind of just like goofing off with it. Dun, dun. Just been like really shy to stream because I feel bad because I've not streamed and like been consistent with it. And a friend of mine is like, well, if you don't start streaming, like you'll never start streaming, so you might as well just like get back to it. Yeah, I just feel bad because it's been so long. I'm like, oh man, YouTube's gonna be so mad at me. Everyone's just gonna unsubscribe from me. Like, there's no point in going back. But yeah, my friends have convinced me otherwise. So here I am. I think I'm gonna make this much easier on myself. I'm just gonna select here. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing. I added a navigator pane to my stream so that y'all can kind of see like how the overall thing looks as well as like what I'm specifically doing. And then additionally the navigator pane will be really helpful for when I want to make time lapses. You know, because a lot of people, you know, they like time lapses, but with some of the feedback that I got on my time lapses is they didn't like how it was rotating. It like made them dizzy. So I have added the navigator pane to hopefully make my time lapses better. I'm not sure how to work out. So hopefully that'll be better for the people who don't like the dizzying effect of my time lapses. which was good feedback. That was good feedback. Like, I hadn't even thought about it. Because for whatever reason, like, when I watch it, it doesn't make me dizzy, but I can see how it would, like, be that way for other people. I'm excited to, like, get this done, so... I don't know if I'll get this done today. Probably not. Which is okay. And I also want to, like, show my layers. So, I mean, this is optional. I could probably, like, move things so that I'm looking disrespectfully because you're artist. Nah, you're good. No worries. Well, it's also, you know, after I didn't do super well, I guess. Oh yeah, so I was gonna talk about that. So, like, Manga Plus. So, like, while I did place really well in Manga Plus in May, what happens is they ask you for your original files, which they give, which, you know, I gave them, like, no problem. And then they say they will, email winners for, like, follow-up. And it has been like about a month now, and I've not gotten an email back yet, which is not good. That's it. And I mean, I know Godsbane is kind of weak in a lot of areas, so I honestly would have been like really shocked if I had gotten an email back from Shueisha Manga Plus. I genuinely would have been really surprised. Because I posted to Manga Plus only because, like, I had a couple people not pressuring me in, like, a bad way, like, "Kat, you should totally enter, like, you would do really well, blah, blah, blah." So I did submit, and I did do pretty well. So I didn't really, like, expect to get anywhere, and, like, the fact that I got somewhere is, like, really satisfying. But what was really interesting to me is when, I was asking for feedback, I had a lot of people really confused on certain things, and it was the same problems that kept popping up again and again and again as far as, like, feedback, stuff that people had issue with. So, which is helpful, like that's good to know, because then that means that those are, like, weak points in the manga. So after everything was said and done, I went ahead and, like, got some feedback from Marie, and, like, we're not sure it's salvageable, to be completely honest. As far as, like, the manga, like, can I use the pages that I have now, and, like, make it work? And, like, the more we talked, it became pretty clear that the answer was no. Became very clear that the answer was no. And that's okay. I mean, is it disappointing? Yeah, definitely. But that's the nature of manga. Like, I've heard stories of creators having, like, entire chapters, like, rejected by their editors, and then having to literally start over. So, I mean, I'm kind of like right in there. It's, like, completely normal. What happened to me? Completely normal. To just have a chapter sometimes it just, like, doesn't work out, which is crazy to me. Like how did it possibly do so well if the chapter is meh? I don't know. Don't know. So what I'm gonna do is, well, I'm gonna go ahead and redo chapter 1. While I'm still really early in the game, I'm not too far along yet, which is okay. And once I'm happy with where it is, well, I've already done the majority of the rewrite. So I need to work out the individual pages. I have, like, a summary of each page done, as well as the general summary for the entire first volume, like how the changes affect everything else. So I have that basically done. I just need to, like, go down to, like, the individual page now. and like figure out those details and then get feedback on that. And then I can like go back to making pages. It's kind of stressful, like, not gonna lie, because I have that panel at San Diego, and I have like nothing finished that I feel like really confident about. But you know, I feel like it's also like a autosave. Thank you. It's a really good opportunity to show people that like this is really normal in like the manga industry. That you'll have like times where like even professionals will have like entire chapters rejected, and they'll have to like redo things. It's like completely normal. Does it suck? Yeah. I mean, I'm like 70 pages in, and it kind of sucks. But I'd rather do it now, because here's the thing: like, I'm not beholden to any publisher at present, and hopefully, well, I don't know, maybe not ever now, because the benefit of being indie is you can decide to do those things. And before I freaking blow up all over the internet, I would like to have a really, really, really strong chapter 1, you know what I mean? So I'd rather do this now, even though it sucks and it does hurt my feelings a little bit. It does hurt my feelings a bit, because it's like, I worked really, really hard. It took me a year to get those 70 pages done. But I mean, I also was on hiatus for a couple months of that year because of, you know, COVID and moving and all that fun stuff. And now that's not an issue. So, chapter 0 sucks. I mean, you gotta start somewhere, right? I feel like something that a lot of people underestimate is, like, your first draft is never really gonna be that good. Like, okay, that's not true. Like, every once in a while, like, you may strike gold with your chapter 1 or prologue or whatever. I think a lot of people overestimate, like, how often that actually happens. Or they're like, oh, I'll be the exception. And it's like, I mean, you can think that, but you shouldn't bet on that being the case. Have all the confidence you want, but, like, don't bet that you're gonna be the one exception. But it also depends on, like, what your goals are. If your goal is to make it as good as possible, then you shouldn't be, like, intolerant of, like, redoing things. Do you know anything about Kadokawa? Yeah. I know a few things about Kadokawa. I don't know as far as, like them publishing, like, novels and, like, if they'll, like, help you find an artist or something. I don't know about, like, the submission process. I know of Kadokawa, and I know some of the things they put out. But as far as, like, how you could go about getting published by them, I don't know anything about that. Aren't they owned by, whoever the owner of, Tapas is now? Kakao, I think? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're owned by Kakao. I'd have to go double check. I'm pretty sure it's Kakao. I think they've got some good stuff. If that's what you were asking. I think something also that might be really helpful is I can take the chapter 1 that I have, or I can take the, what I'm gonna try to do. Oh yeah, that's right, the contest. What I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to have rough drafts done by New York Comic Con. I have no idea how in the hell I'm gonna have a rough draft done by then of my pages. Just to be like, hey, like, here's some pages that I'm working on. You know, like, what do you think of these? Because I also gotta get this cover done. And, like, somehow prepare for San Diego at the same time. The good news is the new chapter 1's only 16 or 18 pages. I haven't decided yet. I don't think I'm gonna need 2 more pages. But I have 4 pages that I can add if I need them. Because I'm working really, really hard to keep these, like, at 16 pages. Like, per chapter now. Hi, Half Day, how are you? Hello. I always like to say hi here, too. If it'll let me. Hopefully everyone's having a good day. Just working on some drawing. Gotta get this stuff done. Dun, 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 dun. While I'm like trying to keep my sanity. I'm sorry guys, I've not been streaming that much. I will be streaming more often now. I think I just needed to like get started. Cause like once I start streaming, I'm okay. It's just like I literally, well, okay, so I was gonna stream at 3, so I told you earlier. I was gonna stream earlier, but then I thought, you know what, like, let me double check the agreement on Bandcamp with the artist who you're hearing. His name is Adrian von Ziegler. I really love his music. So I thought I should probably, like, double check his agreement. His agreement has changed, so I had to, like, update my stuff. And then, like, I just sat there, like, staring at the start streaming button for, like, 30 minutes. Because I was so nervous. I don't know why, like, streaming is all of a sudden scary to me. Oh, thank you for the like, whoever liked it. I like streaming. It's fun. I'm just like, oh my god, everyone's gonna be so mad at me because I was gone for so long. So, I should be okay, though. I think the other thing is I'm usually, like, so tired after work, because I've cut caffeine so much, so I'm gonna try, from now on, to, like, stream after work, just so I can, like, start making it a habit, just be like, alright, let's go do the thing. I really do want to stream more. Like, I like doing it. It's fun. I just gotta convince myself to do it. It's like, come on, cat. You big crybaby. And, like, once I start streaming, I'm okay. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of bouncing around a lot. I don't do a good job, like, staying in one place when I'm working on my illustrations. I'm sorry. So quirky. Just kidding. I'm so quirky like that. I just can't focus on anything. I think it's because I've been working on this vine for so long. It literally goes all the way around, as you guys can see. It goes all the way around. And I've been working on this vine here for the last week. And I'm so ready to move on. I'm so ready. Oh look, it's the sun. The sun finally came out today. It's been really rainy here today. Like, really rainy. Okay. Oh, I forgot the rest of the stem here. Here's a stem that I forgot. Brain, you gotta sit down and learn how to focus. Thank you for the second like. We got 2 likes today. Oh yeah. Check that out. Alright, let's see here. I'm just trying, like, I know I don't have, like, a super fancy overlay or anything, guys. I'm working on, oh, 3rd like. Thank y'all. Oh, hi, Jambi. Thank you. Trying to, like, be more productive. I'm trying. Well, I mean, I'm productive either way, but I want to be, like, productive for likes. Oh my gosh. Thank yous. Yeah, I definitely want to, I feel like I'm okay now. Well, there was a period where, I was drawing a lot of not safe for work stuff, like, that had, like, blood and violence and stuff. So I wasn't sure if I could stream that. Hi, Don V. Hermit. Hello. How you doing? I wasn't sure if, like, some of the stuff I was drawing I could, like, stream without, like, YouTube coming down on me or anything. So I didn't stream for a while. So that's kind of where I've been. I was working on chapter 2 of my manga, which has, like, some violence in it and stuff. So, now that that's done, and I'm having to redraw it anyway. Here we go. Let's start streaming again. So, I had a little bit of NDA stuff that I had to do. Just a few things. But yeah, now I can, like, stream again. I'm probably not going to take mini commissions anymore, just because, like, when I do that, that usually ends up being NDA content, and then my channel suffers, because I can't stream. Meep. Is it gonna let me do the thing? Maybe. Hey, there it goes. Hello. Hi, everybody. I don't know who knows me, who doesn't know me. My name is ArtCrumbs. I make a manga called Godsbane, and what I'm doing here is I'm working on what will probably most likely end up be one of my new covers. You can see there's a big space up here. I have it up here as like a placeholder. It's gonna go somewhere up here. Just wanted to be sure like I had enough size. I've also thought about maybe like moving the title down here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish drawing this surface ring that I have that the character is sitting on, and then I'll probably like move some stuff around and figure out like what the final composition will be, because no matter what, like this won't change. So I'm going to finish that. So yeah, that's the name of my manga, Godsbane. I've been working on it. Gosh, I've been like planning and writing it for like 13, 14 years now. Long time. And I've been drawing it about the last year and a half. Yeah, about a year and a half. So that's usually what I end up working on. When I stream here is manga pages, or sometimes I'll have like commissions if they're not like NDA content. But I'm not sure I want to keep doing commissions anymore, just because, like, when I work on commissions, they take away from Godsbane time, you know what I mean? But as far as, finishing up Manga Plus stuff, so, like, going back to Manga Plus, I probably won't be submitting again. If I do, it's just to keep it as, like, a mirror or something. I didn't get an email back for May, so I most likely am not getting an award, which is fine, that's okay. Actually, I haven't checked the website yet today. Let me go double check that really fast. They may update it tomorrow, because what they'll do is they'll put out like a notice, and it'll like give me a notification that they've updated it. Yeah, they haven't updated the awards yet. It's also highly possible if there's no awards, they won't put out a message at all, which is possible. For February, there were no awards in February. Nobody got anything in February, and if that happens, I won't feel so bad. I won't feel bad at all if if May ends up being one of the months where there isn't a winner. I do, however, feel like if anyone does get an award, it'll probably be Moonless. That's who I'm betting on will get at least a award. So yeah, I'm betting on that one. I'm gonna work on some of the back plants here. So you guys may see some lines here if you're not familiar, like this line and this line, as well as this one. These are just margins that are in Clip Studio. So if you see them, that's what they are, and that's why you'll see I don't really draw past this one very much. I do go past it a little bit just because it's a bleed. That's like the full bleed line. So I go past it a little bit. One of the things that I do is I will use like pre-drawn assets as like a sketch, and then I'll kind of go in and draw things on my own. Because I never like using like brushes just as they are. Even if I drew them myself, in this particular case I didn't. But I never really like using just assets as they are. It feels kind of weird. So usually what I'll do is I'll kind of come in and like edit them myself and change them a little bit. So that they feel a little more like, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Not genuine, but like, it doesn't feel like I'm just copying somebody, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, it just makes me feel good to get some stuff done. Work smarter, not harder, as they say. What's everybody else up to? Is anyone else drawing too? Is anyone else going to San Diego? Because San Diego's in a couple weeks. Well, okay, it's in like a week and a half. Oh, reading a manhwa? Nice. How did I handle it last time? I forget. Oh, okay. That's easy. Pew, 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 pew. Ooh, that's a horrible tangent. How did that happen? Zelda? Is it related to the new game that came out? That's pretty nifty. I heard a lot of people really liked that game. I haven't played it yet, but I haven't played Breath of the Wild #1, so I kind of want to wait until I can do that. And then play the new one. I've just been really slow. There's really no excuse. There's really no excuse on having not played Breath of the Wild yet. I'm just really bad about like buying games and actually playing them. I don't even, I struggle just to buy the games in the first place. Because I'm such a penny pincher, and two, I'm really bad about taking time off to go play games. I'm really bad about that. I'm just draw. Like that's all I feel like that's all I know how to do sometimes. I feel like if I stop drawing I'll stop breathing. And also like I bought Pokemon Scarlet, which is the weird thing, and I really enjoy that game. I just have a really hard time like playing and actually like relaxing enough to like enjoy the game. You know what I mean? So do. What leaf is this? I don't know what this big one is. It's probably Monstera. I don't even remember what this leaf was supposed to be. Pew, 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 pew. So many ferns. This is why my drawings stay forever, guys, is I just like wander around even on my own illustrations. I just kind of wander around. This is why my stuff takes forever. There's like no organized method of, oh, I do this, then I do this, then I do this. It's just chaos. Let's see. I'm mad at the story, but it's a good game. I'm drawing Zelda and Link getting married. Oh, nice. Mad at the story, eh? I haven't heard, actually, I personally haven't heard any complaints about the storyline. I do want to read the Link manga, or the Zelda manga. I think it's the Twilight Princess manga. I do want to read it. It looks pretty good. I never played Twilight Princess, but I watched a lot of Let's Plays, so I'm kind of familiar with the storyline. I think it's harder when you aren't actually, like, playing it yourself, because you're kind of at the mercy of whoever you're watching. And that's how I get away with, like, not playing games, is I just vicariously play through other people. Everyone's like, oh my god, you never play games. I'm like, well, I play through other people. I work smarter, not harder. But then I never get to, like, enjoy it myself, you know what I mean? I guess the question is Ganondorf invited? Is Ganondorf invited to the wedding? Does he at least get, like, a sympathy obligatory invitation? I have been pinged. Uh-oh, that's a lot of pings. What's happening? Maybe I just got, like, a bunch of pings at once. It's bizarre that I would get that many. At least that quickly. What's happening? Holy crap. Who keeps pinging me? Oh, okay, it's just a friend. Okay, no big deals. Let's see. The stands think Tears fixes the timeline. Normally I don't give an F about the timeline, but the game forces that into a spotlight. No, the TV King was busy. Oh, timeline stuff. See, timeline stuff is okay, and, like, I get, like, that it's all about timeline. I also never care about the timeline. I just care, is the game fun to play and distracting enough so that I actually get to enjoy a game for once. That's all I care about when I play games. So I can sympathize with that. I don't really care about the story that much. At least not when I'm playing games. I just care that it's fun to play. That's really all I care about, is that it's fun. Alright, let's come back up here and get this. I've been avoiding this ivy because it's going to take me forever, and I might as well just buckle down and get it done. I have, like, the base for all the ivy in, and now I just have to go in and, like, put in the little lines and stuff. See, there's plants that even I don't like drawing. Yeah, that's kind of how I see it. Is I judge each game based on it, like, its own merit, rather than being like, oh, is this game, like, good compared to the other ones? Same thing with Pokemon. Like, I kind of judge the games based on their own merit. I don't really care. Like, I did stop playing the Pokemon games, though, because I got tired of having to have friends to be able to complete the games. Like, I stopped playing them. I just stopped playing them. Like, the instant that I have to have a partner or a friend to be able to complete the game, like, they lost me. I'm like, that's so dumb. Like, I get the games are about, like, coming together and stuff, but it's like, you know, there are some of us who don't have, like, a lot of IRL friends, or, like, I would like to be able to play the game by myself and not have to get other people involved just to beat it. Like, that's really annoying to me personally. So, I just stopped playing Pokemon for a while. Same thing with Pokemon Go. Now they've made it so that, like, you have to be able to, like, raid with other people to, like, get a lot of things. So I just don't play Pokemon that much anymore. Which, like, I get why they do that. Like, you know, like, encourage community and it's fun. So, like, I get that, but, like, making it so that you can't get things any other way was really annoying. As a player. Especially because, like, I used to live really rurally, and so we just didn't have people to go play with. Like, I had to drive an hour to go into town just to have people to play with. And, like, when I went to play with those people, we had, oh my gosh, this was in a different state. We had a city, not like a league, but we had, like, a city group for, like, raiding and stuff. It was so elitist. They had, like, a secret Discord channel where, like, the professional elite players would go and say, hey, like, we're gonna raid this, we're gonna raid that, even though they would tell us normies something else. And so, like, we would all go to one place, and then we realized that, like, our high-level players never showed up. Because they said, oh, well, we're going to go somewhere else. And we're going to tell them we're going somewhere else. So basically, like, they wanted to, like, keep it, like, exclusive. And it really sucked. And it was like, well, and this guy was like, oh my god, like, another, like, 93% Zapdos. This is so awful, blah, blah, blah. I'm never going to get 100% Zapdos. And I'm like, okay, like, I get, like, you're a completionist. I can sympathize. But, like, you have a Zapdos. I'd literally been to, like, 7 raids, and Zapdos had ran away, like, each time. Which to that point, that guy says, oh, well, you have to raid, like, a lot, and, like, eventually you should get it, and, like, maybe you just really suck at throwing balls. And I was like, holy shit, dude. Like, damn. Like, you don't have to be, like, an elitist prick about it. It's just a game, chill. Like, some of us have jobs, and that we have to go to, and I don't even live in town, my dude, so, like... Like, that kind of attitude of, like, players, and, like, I ran into multiple people like that. Like, that kind of attitude just made me not want to play the game anymore. So, the community here is a lot better, which is nice. Definitely a better... No, Miso. No, ma'am. No. You're not coming up... No, Miso, I told you no. You're gonna knock stuff over. And like you already did 2 days ago. And you got hot wax all over your paw, and I had to put a compress on it. You didn't learn your lesson the first time? I have a hot wax thing, like, on a little shelf near my desk. And Miso likes to try to, like, jump onto the little, like, mini desk, like, shelf or whatever, to jump on the table, which I don't mind her being on my desk, but, like, I don't want her to, like, tip it over again and, like, hurt herself. So, like, I'm trying to encourage her not to come up that way. And she doesn't want to listen to me because she's a cat. And cats do what cats want to do, right? So now she's sitting in the corner, like, not looking at me. Ooh, big thunder. Cats are funny. Oof. See, here's complete ivy, not complete ivy. No. I just realized that my little, like, subscribe thingy is sitting right there in the corner. That's okay. I don't think it'll be in the way for the most part. I don't like tangents. So many tangents! Well, I guess nature isn't, like, naturally gonna have some, so that's okay. Hi, Miso. Good girl. I'm gonna acknowledge you and bring you up here because you went around the way that I asked you to. Come here, Miso. Come here. Come here. Yeah? There you go. Wanna sit up here? Right, but if I do that, it'll look copy-pasted. I want it to, like, look unique and different. So... Hi, Miso. Hello. Hi, kitty. Usually you should say hi to all your adoring fans. Are you gonna say hi, Miso? No? You're not gonna say anything? Just gonna sit here silently? Miso's deciding she doesn't want to say hi today. Sorry, everybody. What, Miso? Of course you decide while I'm streaming is when you want to come up here for affection. Because I'm not paying attention to you anymore, right? Is that it? Miso, so like here's the tablet, right? Here's the tablet. Here's my hands, you know, like blah blah blah. I'm drawing. You know, here's my thumb, you know, whatever. I'm drawing. Miso will sit right here and put her head right here and then put her paw over my arm like this. So like she's kind of sitting like this. Meanwhile, like I'm sitting here trying to draw and Miso's just like, let me snuggle up to you in this little corner. Like she's trying to like pull my paw to like my paw. She's trying to like pull like my hand towards her. Miso, you cannot get any closer because then I'm not going to be able to draw. Please don't start licking my hair. Please don't do that. Silly cat. That's such a weird thing to hear outside of context or with no context. Please stop licking my hair. Oh, that's funny. Additional context needed. Do you guys have pets that like to kind of like bug you while you're drawing? It's not that Miso's bugging me. She's just very much like, oh, human. Pay attention to me, please. Stop. Stop licking my hair. Stop. Miso, stop it. Is it just bonding time? Is that what this is? It's like mutual bonding time? It's not even close to dinner time yet, Miso. I mean, I could try feeding you. Usually you only get this clingy when you either want attention or you want food. And I fed you 3 hours ago. I gave you your lunch 3 hours ago. Really need to get my webcam set up so you guys can have like a miso cam. I think people would like that. Dun, dun, da, 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 da. Hopefully y'all having a good weekend. If you guys are new here, because I'm seeing people kind of pop in and out. I'm working on a cover for my manga. Maybe, probably, hopefully gonna be a new cover. And if you would like to support it or read what I have now, you can check out the link in the description. As far as how often I'm going to be streaming, not entirely sure. I'm just kind of getting back from a hiatus that I had due to like moving and health reasons and NDA stuff. So I'll probably be working on this particular image for a little bit, like a couple streams until it's finished. If you like the music that I'm playing, it is by, I'm probably butchering his name, Adrian von Ziegler. He has a YouTube channel and I think he's well past the 1 million subscriber mark now. Really good stuff, really easy, nice to listen to, all kinds of good vibes from it. I highly recommend you check out his channel. I have a link to his Bandcamp in the description as well. So I definitely recommend checking out his channel. And if you would like to support me, you can donate or you can subscribe and watch my streams in the future. That would be super dope. I would super appreciate it. Dun, dun. Now that I think about it, Miso, I didn't get to have my lunch today. I was supposed to make some fried rice and I didn't. I even have the rice in the fridge hardening so I can make good fried rice. And I totally forgot. That's okay. I'll have it later, I guess. What should I have with it, Miso? Should I have beef fried rice or shrimp fried rice? What do you think? You're right. Shrimp fried rice sounds like the much better option. Let me zoom out a bit. The track that's playing now is one of my favorite ones. It's called Ohori Village. It's spelled O-H-O-R-I, Ohori Village. Miso's leaving now because I'm not giving her attention. What you gonna do, Miso? You gonna take a nap? Yeah. I have a little bit on the ground for her when I'm sitting here working on my stream. So she's like, I'm just gonna take a nap in my bed. I'm surprised she's not doing zoomies. She usually does zoomies when I'm sitting here working like this. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Is anyone watching also do comics or manga or art? I love meeting other creators too, so if you do, feel free to talk about your projects. Ba-da-bum-bum. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-bum. Okay, let me think here. Let's see. This is here. This is here. This needs to be out a bit more. There we go. I'm gonna leave these separate. They look like they merge here. Oof, that's not good. That was too thick a line. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, and then starting here, it'll turn downwards. Kind of meet here. This is a leaf, I think. I don't like the placement of that leaf. I'm gonna erase that. Oh, I don't think it's a leaf. I think I just drew it really bad. I think I just drew it really bad. It's a trunk. Let's see. It's a trunk vine, whatever thingy. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Some stuff really doesn't matter. Like, you can also, it's easy to over detail things too. Do, 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 do. This makes one slicker. Man, for some reason I'm getting really sleepy. It's probably because I haven't eaten yet today. It might be contributing to why I'm sleepy. Let's see. I'll take some. Let's see. Most of the time with my own based sketches, I can't tell what's supposed to be. Yeah, definitely. I feel that. Caffeine, maybe. I'm trying like not to take a pain pill. Let's see. I usually use like custom brushes to be able to sketch really fast, just so I can get like the rough idea of what I want, and then I can go in and like do like the specifics as I'm like doing my inking. Alright, and that'll take about 10 minutes to take effect. I think also after a while you learn to have like a shorthand with yourself. Like you know what you mean. Or what you're trying to say to yourself. So I think that's part of it too. Because I've noticed there are a lot of people who can do like a really quick, like super duper rough sketch. And then they can like go into like end of detail. Like super beautiful, crazy detail like right away. I think part of that is just learning like your own language with yourself. You know what I mean? Like if you were your own assistant and stuff, like how would you tell yourself what you need to do? I think that's something important that, a lot of artists don't really think about is like, what is your own shorthand with yourself? Like, how can you communicate your own ideas effectively to yourself without there being doubt of what you meant? Especially if it, like, takes you a long time to do things. Because you're more likely to forget, like, if it takes you a long time to complete something. I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't like that being in there. Just gonna bring it down in here. I think creating like a really good, like effective shorthand with yourself will be really helpful. So it's one of those times where it's really easy to fall into a trap, because if you look here, you can see that there's a line here. That is my margin. So I don't want to get like too crazy detailed with anything that's going to be in here anyway. What's going to be really neat about this is it's actually, let me actually zoom in all the way so you guys can see the full thing. This is going to be like my cover in general. So this will be the, oopsie, let me make it big enough so you can see it. This will be the, wow, I can't spell today. This will be the front. And then I'm going to have a wraparound spine so that it wraps around this way. And then this, of course, will be the back, because my manga reads right to left. So, like, it's going to be a wraparound, which will be really neat. So, hopefully people will really like it. And what's nice about it is no matter how, if I have to add, with the way I've set it up is there's purposely white space here so that if I have to make this a little bit thicker to allow for the spine, all I have to do is just widen it, push this over just a little bit, and then push this over just a little bit, so that way there's more space. That way, whatever the spine thickness ends up being, it's really, 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 really easy to adjust for whatever I end up working on. That goes along with the work smarter, not harder thing. Let's see, sad thing is my short and quick sketches are done when I'm half asleep, so therefore I don't remember. Then maybe, like, do you, like, write notes to yourself then? Or do you, like, have a way of consistently doing things? Because that alone has really helped me. It's just whenever I do something, just be, like, consistent with it. Or, like, find times to do it so that I'm not half asleep. Like, one of the things I've started doing is I actually get up really early to draw. Because, I have work 9 to 6 with Global Comics. I'll get up at, like, 6, 7, 5 if I go to bed early enough. And I'll work in the morning. That way, I have time before I do anything else. And I get to start my day with something that I love doing. And that's made a world of difference for me. I don't know if that's possible for you, because I know for some people that's really hard to, like, get up really early. And I'm not an early person, believe me. I hate getting up early. But, like, once I'm awake and I'm actually working, it's really nice. Because it's quiet, there's not usually people wanting to talk to me, as far as, like, or people making noise in the hallway and just being generally really distracting and annoying. So maybe that could be an option for you, is to, like, change your schedule to work better for it. I don't know. Just an idea. Where's the noise? Right, but if your sketching is costing you time because you don't remember things, then wouldn't it be good to put something more consistent in place to help you with your process? Like, wouldn't it be worth the effort to figure out what that could be? I feel like that would be helpful, just to like figure out that something to put in there to help you out. Like for example, for me, like I'll use the custom brushes. I use that to help me like save time and to work more quickly, because I know I can trust myself to ink it how I want to. And then I usually will have 2 colors of sketches. So like for example, I don't know why this is blue, it should be red. So like for example, like my initial rough sketches here. Oh, let me fill it back in. So like this was like my initial rough sketch. So like this was my initial rough sketch, and you can see like how I use like brushes and stuff to like help me like fill spaces in quickly. Just so I could like fill it in with roughly what I wanted rather than like drawing every leaf like I'm about to do. Because I want it to look, I want that hand-drawn look to it, so I just want it to look that way. And then like when I'm happy with this, I'll usually go over it, let me like dim it just a little bit. I'll usually go over it with like a more refined pen, so this, you know, with red. So like blue is usually my first draft, and then red is like a secondary draft. And I needed some help with this shirt. So I'll dim this a little bit. So like I dimmed this, and then I had to like redraw a few things. So yeah, that's one of the things that I've really started doing, is like using color, because it's easier to see I'm not colorblind, so it's easier for me to see like red and blue against like my black line art. You know, that's what I do to kind of just help me with like my consistency and stuff. Alright, let me hide this again. Whoops, I need this one. I need this little bit down here. And then what I usually do is I'll just hide what I don't need. Turn my liner back on. That makes sense, that makes sense. Sorry, I was just reading what you said. That makes sense. And see, like, stuff like this one little here, and this little one here, and this little one here, I'm not gonna bother drawing that myself. And the reason is because I'd have to draw all the small little spaces around it, you know, to be able to draw the white. So what I'll do is I'm gonna wait until I'm ready for those, and then I'll throw them in. Because they'll be on a separate layer. Same thing with the grass here. So I'm just gonna so basically I'm just putting in the basics. And then some things I'll redraw with like brushes later, but don't work harder than you have to. There's no point in it. Man, I'm getting sleepy. Because all of a sudden, just like wham, just hit with a wall of fatigue. Oof. The other reason why I've not been streaming is usually like I'll take like a short little break after work. And so I've been trying to like, you know, maybe sleep for like 30 minutes or just like a short little nap. And the last couple days, whenever I go to take a nap, I'm out for like 3 or 4 hours every single time. Like, wow, that's really weird. So like I gotta get that checked and see what that's about. See like why my fatigue is so down. I think it's because I'm purposely trying to drink less caffeine. So like I'm pretty sure that's all it is. This is just the caffeine kicking my butt. Alright, these are wraps because this is Zaw, so... Zoom zoom! Someone's having their zoomies in their car right now. Do 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 do. Okay, alright, let me just kind of double check the top here, because I feel like, yeah, I did forget to draw some of the grass here. Bum, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. Let's see. Alright, let's go back in and do some more ivy. Sorry guys, I get really bored when I look at the same thing for too long. I'm so sorry. Also, I feel bad if I were to just like work on like the same corner for like 45 minutes. So like I try to vary it up by switching out the specific area I'm working on. Dun 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 dun. Let me just go play like more of his music. Maybe it's the songs that are making me a little sleepy. So I like his stuff. I'm just sleepy. Let's see, artists, because I have his entire discography, so I can definitely play everything. Find something kind of fun. I have no idea what's going to play, because I'm just letting it go loose. So, have fun. I need to set up a thing so that people can know what song I'm playing. I need to get my overlay finished. I don't have my overlay done, obviously, as you guys can tell. I want to set up one of those things that will like let people know like what song is playing. I'm gonna get a better overlay set up. Maybe get like some cute little like animated things in there. Just like something, you know what I mean? I need to make sure I do dishes today. Auto save. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. So this here, so this up here. Dun, dun, dun. What do you guys have any goals or any cool projects you're working on through over the week? Wow, through over the week. What is English? What is English? Is that their dishwasher? Either that or it's their washer. That's a lot of noise for a washer. My neighbor upstairs is doing something and it's very noisy. It sounds like their washing machine for like their clothes or something. That's okay. Maybe they overloaded it or something. Nah, big deal. No worries. Wow, this is really sad music. Kinda neat. Make a mini player. Minimize this so I can have both things up. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. There goes it. Guess it glitched there for a second. I haven't felt like doing anything in a while, so I sort of want to draw after watching some of this, though. Oh, well, I'm glad I can help you, like, want to draw. I'll show you the... Well, I guess you can kind of see the full thing, but... It's, it'll be like a cover for one of my manga projects, so... You should definitely try doing some doodling. Maybe some sketching, or maybe some fan art. Like, do something light. Don't do something, like, too heavy. Yeah, just do something kind of light for yourself. Something fun and easy and not too stressful. I find that sometimes when I haven't drawn in a while, because I do have those times where I just like stop drawing for maybe a couple days and then like I try to get back into it. I'm like, oh gosh, like I forgot how to do this. Sometimes just doing something where it's like okay to mess up works really well. Especially if it's like a new skill or something you've never drawn before, there's no like pressure, or there's less pressure to like perform, you know what I mean? Is your navigator a separate window? Yes. Yep, I have it set up as its own window. That way I can move it and adjust it as I need to. Because I actually, the reason is because I actually have like a really huge, I've a 2-page spread set up. Because I always work in 2-page spreads. So I have it as its separate window. That way I can make it as large as I need to. And I also like bounce around. I'm sure you're able to like watch the red bar kind of like bounce around. I kind of move around. So it just helps people know like where I am. Because I very rarely work on like one area for like a prolonged period of time. It's the only way I can really do something this detailed and stay sane. Where I'll just have to like bounce around. Yeah, feel free to like ask any questions. That's why I like doing these, is I can like meet people and learn things and try new things, and you know, that's why I like doing these sorts of things. They're fun. Something is weird about this part here. I don't like it. Let me try doing this part again. Okay, so at this perspective from here, this is how people will see it. It might work to go this way instead. Yeah, because at this point, it would start turning to go the other way. Okay, yeah, this will make it look like it's receding. This will be coming in, so that'll work really well. Then here in the middle is where it'll be a little harder. think right about here is where I'll do that switch. This will definitely be going this way. This is a line here. So come in, go this way. This will go that way. This will go this way. Yep, and this will just recede up in here. Okay, cool. I finally got that figured out. Maybe it's this part here that like keeps getting to me. Maybe I just want to get rid of this in general. I think that works better, to be honest, because now I can create like a nice crevice here where they fuse. There we go. That's why you gotta zoom out sometimes. Can't see the forest for the trees. Sometimes it's also easier to draw with white anyway. Oof, that's not gonna work. Ooh, you know what would be really fun is if instead I had some of the eyes that'll be floating around, but I had them sitting in here. That might be kind of fun. Just have people be like, ooh, what is that? Let's do that. Let's see, I need this brush. Yeah, a bit bigger. Kind of like it's peeking out. I need this brush back. Oh, whoops, helps if I get the right color. Oh my goodness. Let's try again. There we go. And this will be looking up this way. I guess I could just get the eyeball brush that I have. But that would be too easy, wouldn't it? It's kind of creepier if it's like watching him from like down here. Godsbane? Drawing it or like overall? Because it started back in... I mean, how far technically back do we want to go? I drew the first character in 2000. Gosh. I drew the first character in 2009. And then just sort of like I had a character that had like a backstory. Like the character's backstory is roughly still the same. I mean, obviously it's evolved over the last 14 years. But I drew the first character back in 2009. Who was initially, originally the main character. But, Godsbane wasn't a thing, it was just, this one character by himself. And then, when I started studying for my animation degree the next year, I needed, a character for my animation course as, a dummy to work with. So I chose that character, because I kind of liked it and wanted to keep working with him. And then the next year, I needed to, I won't say why I needed to. I took the animation course again, of my own volition. I just needed more credits to, keep my insurance, my health insurance. So I decided to take the basic animation class again. And my teacher's like, oh, well, the first year you did a 4-legged animal for your animation dummy. This year, I'm going to make you do a 2-legged animal. I'm like, okay, cool. So I had Ak and Coco. I can show you Ak and Coco really quick. Because I have a page with them in it. Let's see, desktop, Godsbane, exports, This is essentially Ak and Coco. Oh, here we go, yeah. So, Ak is the two-tailed fox here, and then Coco is like this little bird, and he's like maybe the size of like a football / soccer ball, depending on what country you're from. He's really tiny, and then Ak is really big. Like, he could stare a person in the face. He's pretty big. He's a like two-tailed fox spirit. Those were sort of, and they did, of course, they didn't look like this all those years ago. So I started with those two characters, and I sort of like jokingly started drawing them together for fun. And my animation teacher was like, "Oh hey, like how do they know each other?" That was in 2012 that he asked me that. So I was like, "Oh, I don't know. So let me actually make something with these characters," and I've been answering it ever since. I've been answering how do these two characters know each other for like the last 11 years, where I've been like actively working on a story between them. But for the first, I don't know, like 2 or 3 years, it was just something kind of fun, just two derpy characters I drew together. And I did like a bunch of like trials as far as like, am I ready to do art yet? What kind of art do I want? It was a silly little animation, it was like a painted, rendered comic, and then it was a limited color comic, and then it became a manga, so like, I've had a few false starts over the years, but I kept working on it, and I have 2 chapters done so far. I'm getting ready to go back and do some edits, some changes based on my editor's suggestions. So I'll probably hold off on chapter 3 for just a little bit, and then I'll get back to work, so. Do you have a story that you've been working on? So that was the long answer. The short answer is 14 years. It's a long time. Yeah, whatever you feel comfortable talking about. If you want to talk about it going all the way back, that's okay. I'm here, we're just here having fun. Do whatever, talk about whatever you like. Let's see. Something I've been able to really make progress on, like in the past year. Oh, I see. Okay, I feel that, yeah. I've kind of, that's why it took me 14 years, is I always had like, well, first I had college that I had to work through, and then I had to find a job and survive, and then I had an internship at a publisher, and then I had to keep surviving. That's why it's kind of taken me this long. It is because I've had like to survive in the meantime, you know what I mean? And I've always had 2 jobs. Like I had my regular job, and then I did like commissions and freelance. And so between like my day job and then commissioning and freelance, I didn't really like have a lot of time to work on stuff. And the job that I have now is the first job I've had where I've not needed to also freelance. So now all of that time I would normally spend freelancing, I have to do whatever I want to do. So, which is awesome because I also, like, my day job is working in comics. So like, I literally get to like work in comics all day, and I get to do what I want to do in the evening. Also, comics and manga. So, you know, so it's a good position to be in. It's been worth it because now that I generally have all my character designs done and the story, like I'm able to like, so like I kept working on things, like whatever I could work on at that time. Now I really have the opportunity to like hit the ground running, you know? So that's not a bad thing what you're doing. I mean, that's basically what I did. Like, just be proud of it. Like, you're doing more than a lot of other people do. Like, most people just don't even bother because they just give up. So, you should be proud of what you're doing, if you aren't already. I'm not gonna fill this in because this will be one of the few colored things down here. Oh, same. I have to basically redraw chapter 1 and 2, so I'm essentially starting over, so nice. Oh, did you join? Okay, because I'm gonna say name doesn't look familiar, but it's getting to the point now where like I can't track everybody now. There's so many people in here now. I miss things. Your avatar looks familiar though. Do you use it in there too? Huh. Okay, I see. No worry, lurking is perfectly acceptable. Oh, okay, that must be what it was. Yeah, lurking is perfectly acceptable in my server, like, no worries. Yeah, because I was sitting here being like, I feel like I know the person. You're good, no worries. Lurking is perfectly okay. Some people are just really shy or busy or they want to wait till they have like something to show, so like, don't worry about it. I don't judge. I've been there, so I get it. I get why people would be quiet. Not that like you need my approval or anything. Do as you please, as long as you're nice. That's honestly really like all I care about. There are sometimes some people in servers, like other servers that I'm in, it's like just chaos in there. It's like it's overrun with like really young kids that act immature. Like I'm okay with like having like anyone in there, like any age or whatever, just like act mature. You'd be surprised how hard that is to find. So that's why like I just made my own server. Oh, I don't know why I did that. That's not a good idea. Okay, these are gonna split a little bit. That's a bad place to put that. There we go. I think I'm kinda almost done with this part here. Goes down and then comes down like this. This goes down like that. So this would, yeah, this would have to come around a lot more. Meow, 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 meow. Whoops. Oh, I hate when I do that. There we go. Yeah. Have like a nice little like bump here. Give it some texture. A lot of this isn't gonna matter because I'm gonna have like grass and moss and stuff here, so trying not to like obsess too much about it. Especially once I like get texture in, it's not gonna matter that much. Do 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 do. Let me zoom out a bit and see how it looks compared to like the stuff on the other side so I can make sure I'm consistent. I think the big thing now is just solidifying some of the darker areas. It's still really light compared to the rest of it. And then finishing the leaf here. Just finish that. And then the ivy, which is almost done. Got a little corner of that left. And then I can start working on the background leaves. Yay! Oh goodness. So much to do still. Alright, let's gotta shade in some of these areas a bit better. And start darkening up some lines. This is darker. Oops, too dark. There we go. Oops. Let's see here. Let's see here. First things that would be darkly shaded, probably in here. Oh, autosave kicked in when I didn't want it to. Thank you, autosave, though. I appreciate your valiant efforts to save me from myself. Autosave just be trying to do its job. Heaven forbid it crashes. Autosave's like, I'm just trying to help you. Let me help you. ahead and shade this all in. Alright, a lot of this will also be shaded in. Yeah, so it's under edit, file, performances, or preferences, preferences. And then, so under file preferences, it's performance. And then under performance, you can see like undo levels. So definitely double check your definitely double check that part. And then as far as the autosave, so make sure you can like max out like your undos as well. I think I have mine at 200, so that's a really helpful tool. And then as far as your autosave, that I believe is under file. Yeah, under file, you'll have enable canvas recovery, and then you can tell it how often you want to save. And then you can also have like a bunch of other things like, you know, for like how it handles like your actual files and stuff. So, oh, I don't know why I didn't have that on. You can also set it up to autosave whenever you switch the page. So like whenever you go from file to file to file to file to file, it'll like save it automatically for you. You gotta be really careful with that though, because if you have like if you have a layer flattened temporarily, it'll save it like as a flattened version. So like you gotta be really careful with like how you name things. So like only like flatten and save something if you if you're getting ready to close the file. So like you gotta manage that really carefully. Yeah. So yeah, it's for the autosave, it's file, preferences, performance. File, preferences, file. That way you can control how it handles your files. And then for like maximum undos is only 200, which is still a lot. That's file, preferences, performance. Yeah, really helpful tool. And what it'll do is if anything crashes, usually 9 chances out of 10 when you reboot Clip Studio, it'll open it automatically. If it doesn't, you should still be okay. So usually what I would do in that case is you have a temporary, when you turn that on, it'll create a temporary folder in your Celsius folder. I forget what the exact pathway is through the folders. You can Google it. But it'll have like whatever the most recently saved version is as far as like its autosave. When it autosaves, it saves a temporary file. So you're able to go in and grab the last version that it saved via the autosave. So if anything happens, like it'll be there unless it gets corrupted, which I personally have never had that happen. I've never had an autosave file become corrupted before, but that saved my butt a lot of times. So for example, like my laptop, the battery is going bad and it can't be like if I were to unplug it right now, it would die within like 3 minutes. So I have to have it plugged in all the time. So when the power flickers or the power goes out, I have like a few seconds to save everything, which is really stressful, of course. Let's actually turn that off. Yeah, stuff like that can be really helpful. Yeah, anytime, yeah. Anytime I can offer, like, advice, I'm happy to do so. Alright, we're quickly approaching the 2-hour mark. At the 2-hour mark, which is about 15 minutes or so, I will stop streaming so that I can go have dinner and make sure I feed myself and my cat. I want to be sure, you know, she gets to eat too, so I'll probably stop here in about 10-15 minutes, go get them to eat. I'm going to try to set up, I have a friend of mine who I stream with, and I need to figure out how to set up the restream. And what I'm going to try to do is set it up so that whenever we stream together, it'll also stream to my channel. That will help me a lot, to be able to stream with you guys. The problem is those streams are pretty late compared to where I live. Those streams would be, for my time zone, they would be 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. And they'd be 2 hours, most likely. So they would be pretty late. And then every once in a while I'd have a morning stream. But that way I would be able to start streaming every day. And it wouldn't be just myself, it would also be with some friends of mine. But I would also, you know, be joining the stream. So, and then, you know, on the weekends I can have my own streams as well. So just so you guys know, like, that's something that's definitely probably going to be occurring in the future. I will also make like a community tab post about it, because there will for sure be 2 of us. There may occasionally be more, and it's with a collaborative group that I used to be part of in Colorado when I lived there. But we all make comics and stuff. So if you guys are into comics and manga, like, that's what all of us do. So you'll just have even more cool people to follow. But like, my channel isn't their channel. I'm just going to be like attaching like their restream to my YouTube channel, so that when I go live with them, it'll go live on my end too. I just have to figure out how to make that happen, because I don't know how to add like their restream to my channel. So I'm gonna have to like log into my account and see if I can figure that out. I've never used Restream before, because when I was a Twitch affiliate forever ago, I wasn't, you know, because I was an affiliate, I wasn't allowed to use Restream. You know, because of the like exclusivity period that like they mandated of their affiliates and stuff. So, but yep, so I'm taking some steps to make sure that I stream more often. You know, because I want to be sure like I follow through with you guys. Okay, I think I see the difference between the other side of this page and... Okay, I see what's going on here. I see. The difference is the angle that I take when I do these parts. That's what's going on. So before, I would turn this around so it fits my hand better. Alright, now let's try this. That was the big difference that I see with this side. Oh, thank you for the like. The 2 additional likes, I just noticed them. Thank you. Because over here, if you look on this corner, you can see that I have a lot more hatching that like follows the vine. So something's weird as far as like I didn't do the same thing over here. You can see it's more contour. So I'm having to go in and like readjust some of the ways that I did my shading so that it matches the other side of the vines. So I want to make sure that's consistent. If it doesn't, like, it'll look off. Let me actually rotate this a tiny bit so that it follows the curve just longitudinally, if that's even a word. I guess it would technically be perpendicularly. I'm okay with darkening this a bit, make it more gradual. This one I'm not though. Make this more solid. And then this can be shaded in. Oh, thanks for the extra likes, guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you. I actually don't get that many likes on my videos. I really appreciate it. Hopefully now that I'll be streaming more often, you guys will be able to see more process and stuff. And then when I'm all done with the image, I can actually, or maybe even smaller steps along the way, I can go and make a whole timeline of everything that I worked on that day. You know, it might be something that I start doing, like, you know, like make them like shorts or something. You know, maybe like 2 hours and a minute or something. Something easy, something kind of fun. Alright, now this part I'm not sure quite how I'm going to handle, because this is supposed to be receding. Might be easier if I just make the recede much faster. I'm gonna just leave this alone. Theoretically, I could still do this. That works. Kind of the cool thing about hatching is you can use it to create texture and depth and all kinds of good stuff if you use it right. So now I'm kind of at the point where I'm going to start emphasizing light and dark lines. You can see I kind of drew everything pretty lightly. on this corner, but if I look up on the corner up here on the upper left, you can see that there's a lot of variety in like line thickness, softness, darkness, like there's a lot of variety. So basically what I'm going to start doing now is go in and start emphasizing some of those points a bit more. One of the things that I'm doing to help with that is I'm making the oh, I gotta finish the IV. I'm making the outside lines thicker so that they will stand out, because I have a lot of foliage I gotta do. And then all of this back foliage is going to be much lighter. It's going to be drawn on its own layer, so I can of course always go in and like add some hatching and whatever to like help separate them a bit more. But I want the outline, the silhouette of this shape to be really, really strong. And so now it's just going in manually and just like adding in like little things, like adding in some of those edges to make it really strong. The wings I'm not worried about because they're going to be black. His hair is going to be black. His pant legs here will be probably black. I haven't decided yet. His shoe here will be black. So there's going to be a lot of stuff added. I've got to, hopefully if my background wants to work here. When it's all done, it'll look really neat. Let's see, turn this on. So you have like a little bit of like there'll be like a little like subtle background, which will be really fun, I think. Yeah. Let's see. This isn't gonna be in here. It's not perfect, but it's gonna take some time to go in and, you know, make it look perfect. So that'll probably be one of the steps that I do next, is I'll start filling in all of the black spaces. So we'll know like what's gonna be there, what's not gonna be there, that kind of thing. Because you can see I've already started filling in some of those black spaces, so that'll probably be what I do next time. With that, we are like a few seconds away from my 2-hour mark. I'm going to go ahead and get the stream ready to shut down, guys. Let me actually show you all of this without the backgrounds and stuff. So basically what I did today is I mostly focused on... Oh, let me get another pen here. Basically what I did today, if you guys weren't here for it, is I focused on the IV up here. So I did a lot of stuff up here, did some of this, and kind of worked my way down, is what I worked on today. My goal is to have this finished probably sometime tonight. I'm not sure if my friend will be streaming tonight. If he doesn't, I might stream again for fun, or I might just settle and have a really chill night by myself. I don't know yet. I might actually, you know what, now that I think about it, I might need to clean. Actually, I might clean while I'm cooking dinner. I don't know, we'll see. I might stream again tonight, I might not. But from here on out, I'm going to work really hard to try to stream more often. I'm going to try to do maybe like 30 minutes to an hour every day. So, I just so that I can get used to it. So hopefully, the schedule timing wise, I can't promise will be consistent. The only thing I have to say is the weekend of San Diego Comic-Con, I will not be available. I will actually be in San Diego this year. I will be on a panel, so I won't be available to stream that particular weekend. I'll be sure to let everybody know with a community tab post about it, so that way everybody knows. And then of course I'm going to be like taking photos and videos, and when I come back, hopefully I'll have like a really cool video to show you guys about like my experience at San Diego, because it'll be my first time being a panelist at San Diego, so I'm really, really excited. So hopefully I'll get to share all that with you guys later. That's coming up really soon. I'm really nervous. So thank you all so much for coming. I really appreciate it. I got 8 likes today, which is really cool. We had 22 views. At the most, we had 5 people watching, which is really awesome. We had an average of 15 minutes per person, which makes me really happy. That's a long time that people would stay 15 minutes. So thank you all for joining. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.